to say, or the Mufassirin say, that she grew in her dunya, and as a woman, she grew faster. And she matured very quickly. With the intellect and all these things that people were wondering, there's something not normal about this Maryam here. Also, in the ulum of the deen, that because of, what was she doing, Yani Maryam, alayhi salam? She was worshipping Allah all the time, except her shift. Because remember, she was dedicated to serve. The shift of serving the masjid, where people pray, that's her shift. She would work and clean the masjid and takes care of the masjid and serve the masjid. When she's off work, she's still in the masjid praying. That was her life. In the day and night, she's doing praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and being close to Him, making dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When she has to work, she's still working in the place of sujood and in the place of worship. And this is how she grew, and people saw that, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put blessing and raised her in a special way. When people saw this, Bani Israel, the scholars of Bani Israel, they say, this is something. They see the nur on this young lady, on this young girl, all these things. They thought, who will take care of her? They thought, Zakaria as the prophet, alayhi salam, prophet, Nabi. But the scholars of Bani Israel said, no, we don't want to, let's make a lottery. Let's see who's going to take her. Okay, you are a prophet and all this, but we're also from Bani Israel and we're also the ulama and all this. We want to have a chance to actually take care of her and be her guardians. We want her. Why? She comes, they know what family she comes from. They see how truthful and how pious she is. They see how an honorable person that she is. Everyone wants to be close to her. وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran Kareem, إِذْ يُلْقُونَ أَقْلَامَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ يَكْفُلُ مَرْيَمْ وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يَخْتَصِمُونَ. It means you were not with them when they were fighting on who will take guardianship of Maryam. Allah wants Zakaria to take guardianship of Maryam. Like people did not want that. So they said, let's make a lottery. Okay, what do you want? They said, everyone has a pen. أقلامهم. The Quran mentions أقلامهم. Everyone has a pen, because they were all scholars, and everyone's pen is known. They said, okay, we throw our pens in one pot, and then we bring a very young baby who doesn't know anything, and he picks only one pen. Any person's pen who he picks, that person will be the guardian of Maryam alayhi salam. Sayyidina Zakaria, okay, that's what you want, fine. He threw his pen, they threw it. A baby comes, they say, okay, please pick something. He picks Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the pen of Zakaria. They said, no, we don't accept. That's not a fair deal. You see how people do these things like that, like all the time, huh? You do with them one deal, then they say, they're back, and let's make another deal. What do you want, another deal? They said, let's throw all our pens in the river. The river is going. في بيت المقدس. With the pen that goes against the current, that's the pen that has the guardianship of Maryam. What do you mean against the current? Current is going this way. What? A pen, small pen, how can it go against the current? Sayyidina Zakaria knew he was going to be the guy. Okay, Bismillah, through. They threw all the pens in the river. All the pens went one way, and the pen of Zakaria ﷺ went the other way. Oh my slave, Allah tells us, you have a will and I have a will, and only what I want will happen. He says, this is my pen, so they said, no, that's not a fair deal either. Second time, what do you want? They said, no, the third is a charm. Khalas. We promise you, the third is the last thing. What do we do? They said, they figured out, they got together, they said, well, since his pen went the other way, maybe there's a secret. So let's reverse it. They say all the pens that go against the current are wrong, and the one that goes with the current is the one that takes Maryam. Since all of them went with the current, they say, at least we exclude Zakaria, and then we'll figure it out between us. So they threw the pens, and all their pens went against the current. Only the pen of Zakaria went with the current of the river. They say, no, yeah, that's it. We can't. There's nothing we can do. He took Maryam alayhi salam, وَكَفَّلَهَا زَكَرِيَّا الْقُرْآنِ الْكَرِيمِ. And the Quran mentions خُصُومًا يَخْتَصِمُونَ. If يُلْقُونَ أَقْلَامَهُم, they throw their pens and they have a fight about this because they see how great of a person she is, alayhi salam. And they want to be, because people always want to be close to those who are clean and honorable, even if they themselves they feel that they are not. Therefore, on the field of suluk and spirituality, حتى ابن العربي الحاتمي, he says ادعى كثير هذا الطريق لنظافته وبعدت الأفهام عنه لدقته. Many people want to claim things because it's pure, even if they don't belong there. Okay. Zakaria took her. He is the husband of her aunt, old man. His wife, yani her aunt, the aunt of Maryam, is also extremely old, and not only old, عاقر. She's an infertile woman. The Quran Kareem says, وَمَرَأَتِي عَاقر. My wife is infertile. وَقَدْ بَلَغْتُ مِنَ الْكِبَرِ عِتِيًّا. And I am such an old man. Took her, took care of her, start watching her. Now look, she comes from this family. She's been raised in the masjid. She serves the masjid. She's doing all good things, and the nur is coming on her. And Zakaria comes and sees all that in front of him all the time. And she has a special place in the masjid, al-mihrab, where she prays. كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا. The Quran Kareem mentions every time that Zakaria comes to the mihrab, to where she's worshipping Allah, when she is alone in seclusion, فاتخذت من دونها حجابا, وجد عندها رزقا. He sees rizq. Some mufassirin, again we talked about this before, but let me just mention real quick also, just to remind you, they said that this rizq is the fruit of the winter and the summer, and the fruit of the summer and the winter, and all these things they see with her. قال يا مريم أن لك هذا قالت هو من عند الله. Every time she says من عند الله. Where did you get this from? How are you getting these things? That's not the place or the time or the season, or how do you get these things? هو من عند الله. هو من عند الله. Her answer all the time, هو من عند الله. إن الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. Allah gives to whomever He wants countlessly. Al-Quran Al-Kareem says هنالك دعا زكريا ربه. Zakaria as Nabi. We said that most, the Jumhur of Ahl Sunnah, is that Maryam is waliya, not Nabiya. Now, okay. But the Quran says هنالك. هنالك is a word used in the Arabic language to indicate the place and the time. At that place and at that time. That's what هنالك means. At that place and at that time, Zakaria begged his Lord. He made dua to his Lord. قال رب هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة إنك سميع الدعاء. Oh Allah, give me a son. At that point, is there a connection? Yes. Zakaria comes and sees Maryam with this connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the malaika are coming around her, they're giving her rizq, they're doing all these things. She says unexplainable things, a supernatural karama, all these things. And Sayyidina Zakaria alayhi salam, he realizes it's the time to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it's such a blessed place and such a blessed person. Place and person. We always choose dua closed or close to special places, because your dua in Atlanta is not as the dua in Al-Madina. Al-Madina Masjid is great, like Al-Madina is different. Your dua there is different than dua here. And your dua close to Sahaba radiallahu anhum is different than your dua close to someone around here. So it makes a difference. Why? Because as-salihin, the pious people, the mercies of Allah descend on them. The closer you are to them, the closer you are to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Notice? So therefore, Zakaria alayhi salam, though he's a prophet of Allah, and in that sense he's a higher level of Maryam, but he realized this is a blessed person, it's a blessed time and a blessed moment and blessed space, so let me take advantage and make dua to Allah. That's one explanation. There's another tafsir. The ulama say, though it's not a common one, they say, La, Zakaria actually, when he went to Maryam and saw all these things happening to her, rizq and food and all these things from nowhere, he says, Maryam, what's going on? أَنَّ لَكِ هَذَا قَالَتْ هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. So he's from Allah. And then she told him, and Allah informed him that she will be bearing a son with no husband. Maryam, she will be having a son without marriage. He's got that confirmed knowledge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. then he remembered himself. His wife is infertile, cannot bear children, and he's such an old man. Then he figured, if Allah gives Maryam a son with no husband and no precedent and nothing, why wouldn't He give me a son and I have a wife, though she's infertile and I'm old? So he made dua, taking advantage of the circumstance that Allah is granting these things, so He can also grant me. He knew Allah grant him, but then he says, Ya Allah, as if, since you're granting Maryam a son with no husband, then how about you grant me also a son, and with my condition of my wife? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him what he wanted. Ya Zakaria, inna nubashshiruka bi ghulamin ismuhu Yahya. Now you have a Yahya, go. No problem. Now, at this point where she realizes that she's going to be